Hi, Dr. Carrie Chapino here. Today we're talking about 5 ways to create healthier habits around stress. Stress is always going to be a part of our lives, so how can we adapt better? How can we process that stress? How can we move forward in our life without it overtaking us? Because we do know that when we have chronic stress, it can create illness. So the first way, the first good habit to have around stress is to practice gratitude. Now, this is something that we hear a lot about, but what is the practical way to actually practice gratitude? I like to personally have a gratitude jar right on my kitchen counter, and it's at like on the island where everybody tends to gather around and have their meals. And so I have little cards next to it. And what we do as a family, and you can do this individually also, is to write one thing per day that you are grateful for. And the trick is you can't write your friends and your family every single day. You need to have something different every single day. And what this does to our brain is our brain gets in the habit of looking for something it's going to write down that evening. So instead of looking for the negative side of things, your brain is constantly trying to zero in on something that you can be grateful for. This practice, when you do it repetitively, becomes your new normal. And instead of going through your day with, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Instead, you go through your day looking for something to be grateful for. The second great habit is to practice breath work. But again, I want to get real practical about this. So yes, in a time of stress, if you can focus on your breath and even just observe your breath and notice if you're not breathing more shallow, if you're not expanding your lungs, how can you practice this? This is a new one. You're going to do the 4-7-8 breath. It's very simple. Nobody will know that you're doing it, but you inhale through your nose for a count of 4. You hold that breath for a count of 7, and then you exhale through your mouth for a count of 8. What this does is this activates your parasympathetic nervous system. And when that nervous system is activated, then you start to calm your system and move out of a fight or flight state to more of a parasympathetic or calming state. The third thing up is to seek social support. Listen, it's so easy to start to isolate ourselves when things are not going the way we would like. However, reaching out to friends, reaching out to family, cuddling up with your 4-legged loves, these are the ways to help fill that bucket of social support. If you find like you don't have a lot of friends or your family lives far away, there are community programs that you can get involved with. You can volunteer at a shelter. You can volunteer in a nursing home. There's so much that you can do to really make those connections. The fourth is to prioritize sleep. So it's so important for us to reduce our electronic usage before bedtime. The blue light that is in our devices is a light that activates our brain in a way to wake it up. And this disturbs our circadian rhythm. And I get it. Sometimes it's the only time you can catch up on your social media or your emails or what have it. So in those cases, one of the things that you can do is you can use blue light filtering glasses. There is a product, a specific brand that I find to be effective. And that'll be linked in my bio here. So definitely take a look at blue light filtering lenses, but ideally you would actually put those devices away. It's a good idea to go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. This helps keep our sleep rhythm more in alignment. The last one is a meditation practice. And yes, I get it. Not all of us can do a meditation practice. Sometimes we find it very difficult to maintain that. But I have a great way, a great tool that you can have in your toolbox, and that's something called BrainTap. BrainTap is an audio-video entrainment system that has special lights. It's lights and sound that help to synchronize your brain into a meditative brainwave state. These brainwave states are associated with deep meditation. And when you repeat this repetitively, twice there, what you do is you start to create new plastic connections in your brain, and it becomes easier to attain that meditative state. So BrainTap has thousands of meditations to choose from. I actually, as a practitioner, have an entire series on that BrainTap app specifically for wellness patients and also for breast cancer survivors. So how to get a deep sleep, how to help pain, how to have courage, how to have confidence again, being able to really have deep healing. And BrainTap gets your brain into that state more quickly and easily than most of us can get into a meditative brainwave state. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you like what you've heard and you'd like to hear more, please like and follow for more. Thanks again. Bye now.